Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanzeba Naureen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. President Trump plans to ease auto tariffs to support U.S. car makers. President Trump was sued by former public media officials over firing. President Trump falsely claimed food and gas prices dropped since taking office. Kristi Noem asserts confidence in identifying purse thieves as undocumented migrants. U.S. Coast Guard seizes 10,000 pounds of cocaine from fishing boat in Atlantic. Governor Hochul announces changes to discovery law in FY26 budget to improve criminal justice. American singer and songwriter Madison Beer shared painful stirred and still loves Justin Bieber as a longtime friend. Bangladesh Day celebrated in Albany, organized by Bronx Bangladesh community. Canada's Liberal Party won election after Trump's threats and tariffs shifted voters. Man sentenced to 27 years for poison plot against Russian pilots. Restaurant fire in China killed 22 and injured 3 people. And Novak Djokovic to miss the Italian Open in 2025. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Trump planned to ease tariff pressure on automakers by removing the second layer of import duties on car parts. While a 25% tariff still applies to vehicles and parts, automakers will no longer have to pay an extra 25% on imported steel and aluminum. The administration also said it would reimburse companies that already paid the double tariffs. President Trump has focused on rebuilding the U.S. auto industry during his second term. His visit to Michigan aimed to show support for American car makers and workers, especially in a state known as the heart of the industry. The new tariff relief is part of his broader effort to protect domestic manufacturing and lower costs for companies. Stellantis chairman John Elkann welcomed the relief and said it would help strengthen exports and U.S. operations. Ford CEO Jim Farley also supported the decision, warning that tariffs could raise car prices by up to $10,000. Farley said Ford would continue working with the administration to support domestic growth. General Motors delayed its earnings call to May 1st to reassess its 2025 outlook under the new tariff changes. CFO Paul Jacobson said the previous forecast could not be trusted until the impact of the changes becomes clear. 3 top officials from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting have filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration to stop their terminations. Tom Rothman, Dan Kaplan, and Laura Ross all board members claimed President Trump had no power to remove them. According to court documents filed, they received an email from Trent Morse, Deputy Director of White House Personnel, stating their positions were terminated effective immediately. The officials were appointed by President Biden in 2022. In their lawsuit, they argued that CPB is a private group. They said Congress made it clear the president can only nominate board members with Senate approval, not remove them. The White House responded that the Constitution allows President Trump to remove officials using executive authority. Spokesman Taylor Rogers said courts have already supported this power and the administration looks forward to winning the case. The three officials warned the firing could harm CPB's mission. Their lawyers said it may damage public trust, destroy documents, and weaken operations. CPB was created in 1967 and funds public radio and TV, including NPR and PBS. Trump earlier said he wanted to cut their funding. President Trump has made several false or misleading claims about falling prices of gas, groceries, and eggs. In recent interviews, he said prices dropped since he took office, but data told a different story. On April 22nd, Trump claimed gas prices dropped to 1.98 in some states, but Energy Department data showed the national average was 3.14, higher than the 3.11 average when he took office. GasBuddy confirmed the lowest found was 2.19 in Texas. On April 24, Trump said crude oil dropped from 89 to 64 a barrel. The current price was correct, but it was $80, not 89, when he took office. He also said grocery prices were down, but government data showed grocery prices rose 0.49% in March. Prices of beef, poultry, and eggs increased, though fresh vegetable prices dropped. Trump also said egg prices fell 87%, wholesale egg prices fell 52%, but consumer prices stayed high at 6.23 per dozen in March. Updated data is expected on May 13. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said she is very confident that the two individuals arrested for stealing her purse are in the U.S. illegally. Noem's purse was stolen on April 20 while she was dining with her family in Washington, D.C. She described the theft as professional but emphasized it was a random act, not targeting her personally. "It's not about me or my family," Noem stated, adding that such crimes have impacted many Americans over the years. One suspect, Maria Bustamante-Leiva, 49 years old, was arrested on charges of wire fraud, identity theft, and robbery in connection with 3 purse snatchings. Authorities said he is a Chilean national who was in the U.S. illegally. A second suspect, Christian Rodrigo Montesino Sanzana, 51 years old, was also arrested. Both men have been subject to immigration detainers. Noem's stolen purse contained sensitive items, including her driver's license, passport, and $3,000 in cash. The suspects allegedly used her credit cards to make fraudulent charges. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. The U.S. Coast Guard seized around 10,000 pounds of cocaine worth an estimated 74 million from a fishing boat in the Atlantic Ocean in mid-April. The Coast Guard identified the vessel as suspicious and intercepted it about 1,200 miles west of Las Palmas, Canary Islands, in international waters. Upon searching the boat, they found the drugs and arrested 5 suspected smugglers who are now in U.S. custody. Vice Admiral Nathan Moore, commander of the Coast Guard Atlantic Area, praised the operation as a key step in disrupting transnational criminal organizations and their financial networks. The seizure is part of a larger effort by the Coast Guard, which has recently intercepted other major drug hauls. Earlier in April, the Coast Guard cutter Kimball offloaded nearly 19,000 pounds of cocaine in San Diego, while other recent operations resulted in the seizure of over 48,000 pounds of drugs in Florida. Governor Kathy Hochul visited the Albany County District Attorney's Office to announce significant changes to the discovery law secured in the FY 2026 state budget. The new law aims to eliminate technicalities and procedural barriers that previously halted cases from progressing. Hochul emphasized that the days of cases being dismissed due to minor issues like missing evidence or missed time frames were over. She praised District Attorney David Kindlen and the New York State District Attorneys Association for their efforts in working with the administration to bring about these changes. Hochul, whose family has a background in law enforcement, highlighted how disheartening it is for prosecutors when hard work on a case is undone by technicalities. She expressed pride in the progress made and assured that the changes would help ensure safer communities by removing obstacles in the criminal justice process. The new discovery law is expected to improve efficiency and fairness in prosecuting cases. Madison Beer opened up about her tough childhood in the music industry and her strong friendship with Justin and Hailey Bieber. In a Cosmopolitan cover story published April 28, 2025, she said being signed at age 12 felt disturbing. Justin Bieber discovered her in 2012 after she posted a cover of At Last. He shared it with manager Scooter Braun, who signed her. But by 16, she said her manager, lawyer, and label all dropped her within 12 hours. "You just stole years of my childhood," she told the magazine. Beer shared how adults made inappropriate comments about her appearance at 14 and a nude photo leak happened when she was 15. She lost friends, couldn't attend college, and felt like a dollar sign. Despite the pain, she remains close to the Biebers. "I love him and Hailey very much," she said. "We have known each other for so long." She plans to keep the friendship strong in the future. On Monday, April 28, Bangladesh Day was celebrated in the city of Albany, New York. The event was organized by the Bronx Bangladesh community in collaboration with the New York State Senate and Assembly. It is noteworthy that in 2011, the New York State Senate and Assembly officially recognized Bangladesh's Independence Day. The event was attended by New York State Senator Luis R. Sepulveda, Senator Natalia Fernandez, and Assembly member Karen Reyes. They expressed their support for the voice and right to information of Bangladesh and gratefully acknowledged the contributions of the Bangladeshi community in New York State. Community leaders from the Bronx such as Abdul Shahid, Abdul Samad, Muhammad Sulaiman Ali and Mamun Islam, along with many other Bangladeshi leaders and community members, participated in the event. Leaders from the New York Bangladesh Society and Bronx Bangladesh Society Inc. also joined the event. This report was sent by Grant Merchant and Nikon Holbrook, Millennium News 24. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening, somewhere around the globe and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment, here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Canada's Liberal Party won the federal election, marking a big political shift. Prime Minister Mark Carney led the Liberals to victory, gaining more seats than the Conservatives. It was still unclear if they won an outright majority. Carney became leader after Justin Trudeau resigned in March. The Conservatives were expected to win until US President Trump threatened to annex Canada and imposed heavy tariffs. These issues hurt Canada's economy and became key topics in the campaign. In his victory speech, Carney warned that Trump wanted to own Canada and said the country must protect itself. Trump had posted on Truth Social asking Canadians to elect someone who could help make Canada the 51st U.S. state. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre lost his seat but said he would stay on as leader. He told Trump to stay out of Canadian politics. A record 7.3 million Canadians voted early. Many voters say Trump's tariffs, annexation threats, and similarities between Poilievre and Trump influenced their decisions. More voters may now focus on protecting Canada's economy and sovereignty in the future. A Russian court sentenced Yegor Semenov to 27 years in a maximum security jail for trying to kill army pilots with poisoned alcohol and cakes. Investigators said Semenov, 34 years old, was recruited by Ukraine's secret service and promised $5,000 to send poisoned items to a military pilot's graduation party in Armavir, southern Russia. Semenov, born in Ukraine, became a Russian citizen in 2022. The plan failed when the pilots grew suspicious and tested the cakes and alcohol. The examination found a deadly dose of medical drugs in the items. A Telegram post showed an image of the drug-laced cake. Semenov was charged with state treason and terrorism. Prosecutors wanted a life sentence and will appeal. Russia has faced several attacks on its servicemen, including the recent car bombing of General Yaroslav Moskalik. Ukraine has taken credit for some killings like ex-lawmaker Ilya Kiva and military officer Igor Kirillov. Russia said stronger security will be needed moving forward. A deadly fire broke out at a restaurant in Liaoyang City, northeastern China, and killed 22 people while injuring 3 others. The fire started around lunchtime in a 2-story building about 580 kilometers from Beijing. Videos posted online and verified by AFP showed flames quickly spreading through the restaurant with thick smoke rising into the sky. China's state broadcaster CCTV confirmed the number of deaths and injuries. President Xi Jinping said the fire caused significant casualties and called the situation serious. Xi asked officials to give full support to the injured and the families of those who died. He also ordered a quick investigation to find the cause and punish anyone responsible under the law. Fires like this are not rare in China, often due to weak safety rules and poor building standards. Just earlier this month, 20 people died in a nursing home fire in Hebei province. China may now enforce stricter safety checks. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Novak Djokovic, a record 24-time Grand Slam winner, announced he would not participate in the Italian Open in Rome from May 7 to 18, 2025. Tournament organizers confirmed this on social media, wishing him a return next year. The 37-year-old Serb did not provide a reason for his withdrawal. This decision means his wait for a 100 ATP title continues after he had previously won the event 6 times, most recently in 2022. Djokovic has not won any titles in 2025 so far, following a difficult start to the season. His last victory was at the Paris Olympics in 2024. Recently, he lost in the Miami Open final to Czech teenager Jakub Mensik and was eliminated early in both the Monte Carlo and Madrid Opens. Before the clay season began, Djokovic mentioned struggling with the effects of an eye infection. He is expected to return to action soon. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,971.73. The NYSE Composite is increased by 71.93 points or 0.38%. Tokyo stock close price is 35,839.99. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 134.25 points or 0.38%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,286.65. The Shanghai index is decreased by 1.76 points or 0.05%. Hong Kong stock close price is 22,008.11. The Hang Seng index is increased by 36.15 points or 0.16%. Bombay stock close price is 80,288.38. The Sensex index is increased by 70.01 points or 0.09%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump plans to ease auto tariffs to support U.S. car makers. President Trump was sued by former public media officials over firing. President Trump falsely claimed food and gas prices dropped since taking office. Kristi Noem asserts confidence in identifying purse thieves as undocumented migrants. U.S. Coast Guard seizes 10,000 pounds of cocaine from fishing boat in Atlantic. Governor Hochul announces changes to discovery law in FY26 budget to improve criminal justice. American singer and songwriter Madison Beer shared painful stirred and still loves Justin Bieber as a longtime friend. Bangladesh Day celebrated in Albany, organized by Bronx Bangladesh community. Canada's Liberal Party won election after Trump's threats and tariffs shifted voters. Man sentenced to 27 years for poison plot against Russian pilots. Restaurant fire in China killed 22 and injured 3 people. And Novak Djokovic to miss the Italian Open in 2025. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.